Let's take some time to look at some second-year players now. Quarterbacks specifically, our Carl Reed and Smoke Dixon are looking at second-year quarterbacks expected to make a big jump, including a lofty NFL comparison for one Nico Iamaleava. Here's the guys from Unfiltered.
Thank you, Grace. Smoke, we're here talking about quarterbacks, second-year impact players. Who you starting off with?
Well, Coach, I'm going to start off with the guy that I think is going to make a huge impact in the SEC, and starting in Tennessee with my man Nico. Now, coming out of high school, this guy was a highly touted guy that sat behind Bazooka Joe. Now, the thing that blew me away about him was just his ability to sit down, learn his lessons, take his lickings, and just got better. And you saw that when he got on the field at the bowl game. When you saw a guy that was athletic, 6'6", mixture between Cam Newton, Josh Allen, and Justin Herbert in terms of his ability to throw the ball, his ability to play off script, but also play with timing and make all the throws. In a couple of years, Coach, when you look at him, you're going to say, okay, what is this guy going to be? I can see first-round draft pick and has the ability to be first overall pick because it's intangibles. This guy is mentally tough. He understands the game. Adversity doesn't scare him. Competition doesn't scare him. And he has a quarterback guy that can unlock him. Josh Heupel. Who you got for me, Carl? Your second-year guy coming up.
First off, you compared him to Josh Allen, Cam Newton, and Herbert in one sentence. Good player. You always take it a step too far, but we'll talk about that later in our group chat tonight. I'm going to start
So, Carl,
off
hold on. Go ahead.
No.
Because you want to cut me off when I threw it out there. What I'm saying is,
to what you said.
His physical skill set is athletic as Josh, can throw the ball, but mentally tough and can do it. And his ability to play off script and run with the ball in his hand and be dynamic as a runner is of Cam. I'm not saying that he's all those guys, but that's what the comparisons are. Top-notch talent, man. I like this guy.
I'm going to go to Illinois, Luke Altmyer. I think that Luke is going to have a breakout season in second season. Smoke, a lot of times when people look at Illinois or they look at Brett Bielema, they think that they want to play a ball control offense. But Coach has had a history of having some successful quarterbacks in the past that went to the National Football League. Guys like Russell Wilson, guys like Tommy DeVito. And I'm not saying that Luke is that, but I'm saying he'll get an opportunity here in year two to open it up in Barry Looney's offense. Barry Looney came from UTSA as the offensive coordinator. I think in Altmyer's second year at the helm, they'll open him up and he'll have a solid season.
Okay, I'm gonna respect what you just said and keep on pushing because you threw a comparison out there too. But hey, listen, your day, your birthday, holiday, man. I know you St. Louis over everybody, but here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go with Anthony Becht's son, Rocco Becht. I first saw this kid back when his father was coaching for the AAF out in San Diego with my buddy Jim Monis, and Dave Bowler invited me out there, and I was doing some work for the Buffalo Bills. I was sitting in the stands, Carl, and a young high school kid was spinning it. I didn't know that Rocco was a high school player until I walked to his dad and I said, man, who is that quarterback? And I didn't take notes on him because I think I need to bring this back to our general manager. He said, no, that's my son. So now you cut on the tape as a freshman. You see a 6'1" guy that plays the game shoulders up, far more mature than his years, can make every throw, can play off script, but would rather play in the pocket and get the ball to his playmakers. Coach, again, I think this guy has NFL ability. He's going to have to be a guy that stays for 3 to 4 years just to play as much as he can because physical skills won't blow you away. But the way that he plays the game, timing, anticipation, touch, processor, and just a natural winner. His dad raised him right, tough mentality, understands what it is, talking to his coaches and some of his teammates, phenomenal teammate, and understands how to win the game and play the game right. Rocco Becht, next one up.
I'm going to go with Malik Murphy, the Texas transfer headed to Duke. He showed some brilliant times and flashes filling in for Quinn Ewers last year at the University of Texas and got some experience in some key games. When Ewers decided to come back to school, He wanted his own team to lead. And it's hard, Smoke. You know, it's different when you come in as a backup and when you're trying to take over somebody else's room than when you have control of your own. Manny Diaz made an excellent offensive coordinator hire in Jonathan Brewer, who was down at SMU with Rhett Lashley, and we know the kind of explosive offense that Lashley has been able to produce everywhere he's been from that Gus Malzahn tree. I think that Malik Murphy is going to have a huge season this year, and he's going to show that he belongs in the NFL draft room when it's his time.
Man, I like that. So, Coach, you know me, I got to take it back up north. And I'm going to go up to Penn State with our guy, Drew Allar. Big-time recruit. Had a solid year last year. But a lot of his play was meant at the line of scrimmage. A lot of it was in 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, and a lot of them was gimme throws. He wasn't able to be unleashed. Now, last week, Coach, we talked to Ken Dillingham. What did Ken tell us about quarterbacks? You have to make sure that the quarterbacks are what? Comfortable, and that you give them a chance to unlock themselves. And the way that you give them a way to unlock themselves is make them understand the reason of why. Now you have Andy Cole coming over from Kansas. You saw what he did with that offense, Coach. Whoever you put back their quarterback had success. Why is that? Coach Andy understands how to unlock quarterbacks because he makes the game quarterback friendly. Drew Allar has all of the physical skills in terms of throwing the ball around the yard. Confident guy, takes care of the ball, very disciplined in his decision making. But now that he has an offensive coordinator that's going to unlock him, he's the next one up in Penn State quarterback. Drew, big game A.
I'm going to go out
What
west
you got
for
for me,
this
Carl? I just wrapped it up for you.
I'm going to go out west for this one. A kid that I really enjoyed watching play all last season, that I've been watching since he was in high school, Noah Fifita, the quarterback at the University of Arizona. Came out last year right at about 2,800 yards, 25 touchdowns, and only 6 picks. What I'm really excited about is not only that he has a big-time receiver to throw to in T-Mac that's going to get drafted in the first round, or that he has a ton of experience. He also has Dino Babers coming in to be the offensive coordinator. Dino Babers from that Art Browse coaching tree. They're going to come in and they're going to run 90, 95 offensive plays a game. He's going to put him in video game situations. I think that Noah Fifita is going to explode this year out there playing for the University of Arizona Smoke.
Coach, you said video games? Coach, you said he gonna put the world on notice by putting up crazy stats and making the game look that simple.
Oh, it's going to be
Fair
easy.
comparison.
The way,
I like that.
the way Dino calls his offense and the way that they're going to run that RPO stuff is going to be crazy. I didn't get as wild as you did when you compared, your first guy to a guy we just said is the greatest player of all time in college. But I'm going to really be locked in and see if you're right. And we keep our receipts around here, so we'll be back to talk about it later again.
The always entertaining Smoke Dixon and Carl Reed. You can catch them on Unfiltered every Wednesday and Friday at 5 Eastern on the 24/7 Sports YouTube channel.